Growing up in West Virginia, where 93% of the population is white, there is not a lot of diversity that is displayed or taught within our public school system. Being a young girl from a conservative household, I was always taught to treat everyone equally. When I was in 5th grade, there was one black student in our entire grade. One day, when our teacher was absent, that student was asked why his skin looked different from everyone else's. Our teacher and every other 5th grade teacher could not answer that question. In addition, not a single student, including myself, stood up for that student and advocated for him or could answer the question. I remember feeling numb and powerless, but then I took a step back to analyze my privilege and actually how numb and powerless I made that student feel. I was trained to be quiet and submissive to the injustices around me. I wish, more than anything, that I could go back and be a better advocate for him, and I have taken that mindset into my teaching career. I will never be able to go back and change the way myself, my classmates, or even the teacher that day made that student feel. But what I can do is learn from this experience and ensure that it never happens again on my watch. Through listening and educating myself, I have learned that equality is not feasible, but rather equity is the way to ensure that all individual needs are met. Throughout my last 2 years of teaching, I have taught my students that not everyone gets the same type of education, but everyone gets exactly what they need. As a Capitol Hill Fellow, I would have a similar mindset. Throughout my previous congressional internships, I have analyzed policy and presented it with the mindset that change does not come through a one-size-fits-all approach. Policy is meant for everyone. Policy is not just meant for a select few. Policy, in its fundamental core, should not discriminate based on race, gender, ethnicity, or disability, but it still often does. There needs to be systematic change that will allow for transformative policies that represent all. If given the privilege to serve as a Capitol Hill Fellow, I would remember the ambitious little girl in 5th grade and the promise she made herself. The promise to use her power as a white, cisgender Appalachian female to create and advocate for transformative policies that challenge systematic racism found within the foundations of our country's policies. Thank you.